Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, in today's video, I want to talk about semen retention. And this one's titled Semen Retention, the Straight and Narrow Path. Now, this is a Bible verse. I think it's Matthew 7:13. But you don't need to be religious to understand this analogy or for this analogy to have meaning for you. Because the Bible is full of a bunch of meaningful analogies that, when removed from their scriptural context, the biblical context, they still hold weight and meaning. So ignore the fact that this is just religious if you're not religious, and just take it into account of exactly what it means. Now it begins, wide is the path, or broad is the path that leads to destruction, and there are many who walk on this path. But straight and narrow is the path which leads to life, and there are few that find it. And I think that this is it correlates well to semen retention, because retention will lead you to life and life more abundantly. You know, your sperm is a wellspring of life. It is the origin of life. And when you preserve that, you maintain and hold that life force power within. You can only ever find life when you hold on to your life. When you don't just callously spill your seed. You can only ever find more life. But there are very few of us that find this path, because in this modern age, we have been taught, we have been conditioned to believe that it's okay to just throw away our seed, that there are no repercussions, such as a drop in testosterone, or at the very least, you can't build as much testosterone when you don't abstain for at least 7 days. At least 7 days. And I'll link the study in the description. It's a good study. It's one that I think every man should have to read when they go to school. Every man, and when they go through the sex ed or whatever, biology, should get a good understanding of the fact that by jerking off, you're limiting your testosterone. It's a fact. The study goes that by abstaining from ejaculation for 7 days, your testosterone shoots up 145%. This is life, and life more abundantly for a man. More abundantly. It's like this is what we should be pursuing, but very few of us walk this path because it's straight and narrow. Another analogy that I heard recently is that sin is sweet. Sin is incredibly sweet, and the devil makes it so to entice us onto this broad pathway. And that's why so many people just follow down without even thinking, because it's sweet, it's easy, it's pleasurable to go down the broad pathway, to jerk off when your body is telling you that you're really horny. And that just to follow down that pathway without thinking. It's easier. But at the end of the day, we have to be okay with what's bitter. It's like sweets versus vegetables here. Yeah, sure, you can enjoy the sweets, but you're probably going to get fat. And then you're going to get, horrible diseases like diabetes and cancer and all these things from all the bullshit that is inside those sweets, that has been snuck into those sweets. But you could, in the flip side, you can decide to enjoy your vegetables, which is the hard, disciplined tasks like semen retention, like working out, like breaking bad habits, breaking bad addictions. When you pursue your vegetables, it may not taste good at first, but then when you season them, what is that seasoning? That seasoning is valuing these things for what they are, which is ways that you can better your life. And when you value your semen for the fact that it gives you testosterone, that adds some seasoning to the mix. It makes it taste a little better. It's like, it's not so bad after all. It actually tastes kind of good. The fact that I'm more powerful, I'm more able, more motivated, more energized, better illiterate, Like, whenever you start to value the benefits that come with those vegetables, you add some seasoning to that, and they become more palatable. And so, walking the straight and narrow becomes far easier when you have your walking stick. And a lot of people don't care to even put in the effort to have one at all and to learn how to walk the straight and narrow. That's why there are very few of us that find it. Very few of us that care to go down this straight and narrow pathway. Let alone stay on it. You wouldn't imagine how many people turn back after going just a little bit of the ways and seeing how difficult the road is. They peek around a bend or two and they're like, dang, this road isn't easy. I'm just gonna go back and walk the broad road. I mean, it's much sweeter, it's much easier. Don't be one of those people. Now that you've found this road, you have to stay dedicated. You have to stay on it. Because this road will lead you to life, and life more abundantly. And the wide, broad road only ever leads to destruction. The destruction of your life, the destruction of your career, the destruction of your plans, your goals, your ambitions. It will only ever lead to destruction when you go the route that everyone else is going. The society, herds and shuttles you down. Don't follow the herd. Be one of the individuals that goes their own way. Be a lone wolf if you have to. But find the power to do your own thing, to go down the straight and narrow pathway. And there's a group of us doing it. And when you connect with that collective, when you come together with the people who are all going on this difficult and arduous journey, it becomes a lot easier because we're doing it together. And sure, again, you may have to be a lone wolf for a while, but even that isolation will teach you something of resilience, will teach you something of strength and grit to be had that when you depend on solely yourself. And for me, got a good Lord above. I'm not religious, but I am a believer. I do believe that there is some higher power, and that power of positivity, that's what I would serve. And that we got an enemy of negativity that entices us down this road, this wide, broad road, and he makes it sweet. So very, very few, like 2% of all people, bruh. 98% of people just go down that road, that wide road, because it's the way of least resistance for these people. But for us, we are so dedicated, we are so strong and so willful that whenever it comes to the least resistance, the path the least resistance for us is going the right way. It's like I don't have a choice but to go the right way. And I hope that goes for you too. That the wrong way is so despicable, so despisable, so, reprehensible, that you're able to say, man, F that road. That road is not for me. That road is, in fact, more difficult for me to go on because it goes against everything I stand for. Whenever you're able to have that kind of grit, that kind of determination within you, the narrow road, the straight and narrow road that leads to life is the only road that you'll find yourself going down. All right, y'all. Hope that this video kind of gave some context to, the Bible's application of the straight and narrow pathway and how that relates to retention and all the other good habits that come along with it. I'm probably not going to be making videos for the next few days at least. I got a wisdom tooth surgery coming up, so I imagine my face being swollen and my speaking being difficult is going to be a tax on to making videos. So it'll be at least a few days, maybe a whole week. If you like watching my videos, maybe turn on the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I come back, and you'll be ready to see more videos from your boy. All right, take care, y'all. Peace.